Hi guys, welcome back to Careyberry. Today I'm super excited. If you don't already know by the title of this video, today I am starting to read The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V. Schwab. I have wanted to read this for so long now. So I originally started to hear about Addie LaRue back in the summer because people were getting arcs of it and loving it, and I was like, this is right on my street. So funny because larue in French is street, right up my street. Oh, I am a comedic genius. Thanks to Joel from Fictional Fates for pointing that out as well, because I did not know that. But yeah, so I was really excited for it, and then in October or the beginning of November, yeah, in October I was super desperate to read it because everyone was buying copies, but I knew that I was getting the Illumicrate edition, so I had to wait. And then towards the end of October, start of November, I started at my school placement for my teaching degree, and I just got so busy and I didn't read it. And then I was planning a book haul, so I didn't, like, for some reason I was just like, I'm not gonna read it until I film the book haul. But now I filmed the book haul, so now I can read it and I'm super excited. So yeah, this is the Illumicrate edition. I will add some close-ups so that you can see it. So I did film an unboxing of this on my channel, so I will link that, but it is just gorgeous. I just love it so much. Of course, it is signed by V. Schwab as well. And then we've got those glittery sprayed edges. Just gorgeous. I am really excited to read this. I feel like everyone's read it now, but I know that so many people love it that I really wanted to vlog the experience. So The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue is about Addie LaRue, and she makes a deal with the devil. I think she's in this sticky situation. I think she might be getting married to someone she doesn't want to get married to. But anyway, so she makes a deal with the devil that she will live forever, but no one will ever remember her. And then it just follows her over the like 300 years of her life, where no one ever remembers her until one day when someone does. So I am super intrigued about this. I've heard that it's quite slow at the start, because obviously no one remembers her, like you're just kind of going back and forth between like the 1700s and the 2000s, so I've heard that it can be quite slow, but I've also heard that it's really like heartbreaking and that the writing's really beautiful, so I'm really excited. I've never read V. Schwab before, so this will be my first, but I am very excited. Yeah, I've been putting this off for so long because I did this for the Midnight Library as well, where like if there's a book that I know I'm gonna love, I put it off because I get almost scared that like I won't love it as much as I think, which for certain books I just know won't happen, but it makes me put them off and I don't know why. But yeah, let's get into it. I'm gonna be honest, I don't love this like fading down the letters. I guess it's because like she fades from people's memory really quick, but I just don't like the look of it, to be honest. That's a really cute acknowledgement to Patricia for never once forgetting. That's really cute, actually. Yeah, I can immediately see that it's gonna be really descriptive, like quite flowery and beautiful. So I'm very excited. I'm gonna get into this now and update you guys in a bit. Okay, interesting. I didn't know this would be multimedia, which I'm not entirely sure it is. So I will show you the page in a second, but essentially there's a picture of a piece of art, and then you've got like the information about the piece of art that you'd find like in a museum. And I have no idea how it relates, like at all. But it's interesting. And I can't wait to find out how it does relate. I don't know if this happens every chapter, like every chapter you get a new piece of art. But yeah, I'm quite intrigued by it. Yeah, here we've got the art and then like the information of the art like you'd find in a museum. And that's between like the kind of prologue and the first chapter. So yeah, I'm quite intrigued. Damn it, I'm gonna love this book. I know it. So I'm assuming this is the devil, because she's talking about the darkness and giving it shape. And she says, "Don't you remember," she told him then, "when you were nothing but shadow and smoke? Darling," he'd said in his soft, rich way, "I was the night itself." Like, that kind of dialogue, I'm kind of a sucker for, honestly. And yeah, I'm gonna love this. And this vlog is totally gonna include spoilers. Sorry about that. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I'm currently about 40 pages in and I am just loving it. Like, I really love the way it's written. And I just love the imagery in it. Like, it is quite slow and there are certain like elements of mystery that I'm really excited to learn more about, but there are like little things that you're kind of picking up on along the way which are really interesting. So yeah, I'm actually really enjoying it so far. Yeah, I think this is probably gonna be one of my favourites of the year, which is really actually quite annoying because it's so early on in the year. But yeah, I haven't read that much of it today because I got like, I think I was like 10 pages in and then I was like, I love too many of the quotes in here, so I wanted to tab it, but then I realised that all of my tabs I've left at school and I can't get them because obviously we're not teaching in school at the moment, we're teaching from home, so I actually can't get to them. So I went to the shop to get some food and made sure to pick up some tabs, so now I am tabbing the book. And yeah, I'm just like, because there's so many like beautiful phrases or just like sentences or sentiments that I just love, that I want to remember. And normally if I'm reading a book and there's like some, I'll jot them down in my reading journal, but it was getting to the point where there was just like too many and I was picking up on it quite early and I was like, I don't think I'm gonna write these down because there's just too many. So yeah, I made sure to get the tabs. But yeah, I'm really excited to continue this. So yeah, I'm just loving it so far. I really am. I'm intrigued about the ring because she got rid of the ring in a like clothes shop and then it came back and she found it in her pocket and there was like this darkness. She says the darkness like spoke to her when she realised she had it again. So I'm assuming that like there's something to do with that and that maybe like in the deal, obviously I don't know if she made it yet, but like maybe it has something to do with that. I'm quite intrigued, but I can definitely see where it's gonna go with like the backstory so far. So yeah, I'm very excited. Okay, so I've just joined Jodie's channel for the sprints quickly, and yeah, I've just got to the point where Addie has made the deal, and it's really heartbreaking, like her kind of coming to terms with it and like going back to her family and just being like flat out rejected. But one thing I found really interesting is when she made the deal, she said like, I don't want to belong to anyone, which in terms of like what happens and everyone forgetting her raises like the really interesting question of like, whatever we do, we belong to other people, because they have their own like conceptions of us, their memories of us. So yeah, I think that's actually a really interesting point. Like, I'm really intrigued by it and I hope it gets explored a lot more. So I got loads of reading done during Jodie's sprints, so that was really good. I have just got to the point in Addie where she has met Henry and he remembers her, so she's currently like wondering like how he remembers her and like what's going on. So they've gone for coffee and she's trying to figure out what's happening, and I am super intrigued now. Like, it sounds like it's really gonna pick up, but I'm just loving it. The description is just so good. I'm just so in love with this. Okay, so I haven't done any reading today, but it's 7:30 and in about half an hour I'm going to be going live on Rebecca's channel and we're going to host some reading sprints. I'm really excited. This is my first ever live, so I'm also really nervous. Like, I don't know why, but like I've been to so many lives like in the comments lurking, but now that I'm like gonna be on one, I'm like, do not perceive me. So yeah, I'm a bit nervous, but I'm excited. So yeah, I haven't read anything since yesterday. Addie has still just met Henry, well, not just met him, but she's just realised that like he recognises her, he remembers her, so I'm really interested, and I think I'm actually gonna struggle quite a bit because I'm not gonna want to put it down in the live. I'm gonna be like, no, you guys talk, I'm gonna keep on reading. But yeah, I'm really excited. It's really picking up now. But yeah, I've got a very busy week ahead, so I don't know when I'll finish it. But I'm hoping to get some like serious headway on it tonight. So yeah. But yeah, I'm also feeling super cute at the moment. Fairy loot hairband. Yeah, I'm just really feeling myself right now, I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah, I did quite a bit of work this morning. I didn't film it, but I got loads of work done for school. I did my reading for uni, and then I went out on a nice walk around the park. It was really pretty out, like it was really frosty, but like you couldn't see it. It was so annoying because I was like filming the trees and stuff, but you just couldn't see it and it was really frustrating me. But it was so nice out. Like, it was about 2 degrees, so it was really cold, but it was that like kind of crisp air, and I just love that because it feels so fresh. But like no one was social distancing and it was really stressful because obviously like we've had COVID now, but it's really stressful like when you're going out and people just are like coming right near you and they're like exhaling really heavy, and like when I'm going past people at the moment I just hold my breath, but it's so bad for my asthma because then like I'll be holding my breath for ages and then I'll just be like and like heaving, and oh, it's horrible. But yeah, and then I go to cough and then I'm like, I can't cough because people think I've got COVID. It's stressful. But yeah, so that's my little ramble because I'm nervous before the live. I tend to ramble when I get nervous, and pairing that with a live show in front of loads of people probably isn't the best, but I'm gonna try it. Yeah, so I'm just reading it and I am really curious, so I still want to know why Henry knows her, like not knows her but remembers her. And I have a theory. I think that her friend's kid was called Henry, but I don't know if he is this Henry. But he's also, so she's just talking to him about the ring and how she hopes she'd lose it, but he's said like he's got something like that as well, and then he pulls out a Star of David pendant, and she's like, oh, it looks old, and he's like, it is, and then it says exactly the same age as her. I'm very intrigued by this. I want to find out what they mean by that. I am really intrigued. I am loving this. I'm gonna get back to it now because I'm still on the live. It's sort of a sprint, but yeah, I really want to know what's going on. Okay, so I have found out that Henry has also made a deal with Luck. Not totally surprised, and now that like I know the essence of his deal, which is like to be loved, it makes so much sense that like he remembers Addie, because obviously Addie wants people to remember her, and that would kind of come into love for her. So it makes a lot of sense, and I actually really like that, because I couldn't picture a way in my head for it to make sense. So I'm really glad that it has got to that stage. But yeah, I'm really loving it. Like, there's some really just gorgeous writing in this. Like, I've tabbed in blue like bits that I really liked, and there's just so many. Oh, I am just loving this. I think there are some things that I wish were in it that haven't been so far, but we've still got a lot of pages to go. I'm quite excited to see where it goes, and I feel like it's gonna be really sad. But yeah, I'm just loving it at the moment. And I also noticed something about the Illumicrate edition. So obviously I've been thinking this for like a couple, well, since yesterday really, but it's to do with the letters. So in the edition they fade as they go down, obviously because like Addie fades from memory, but so do the edges of the pages. So like obviously the edges are kind of this blackish grey glittery, but when you're reading, I'll show you, but they fade out. So when you've got it like this, obviously the colour is quite dark, but then when you spread it out, like when you're reading, it fades. So it's the like lighter grey, and like it's a really small and simple detail, but it makes me really happy. Like obviously Illumicrate put a lot of thought into this edition, and yeah, it just makes me super happy. I have to go back now because the sprint's finishing. Say hi!
Hi.
There we go. So I have just finished uni for the day, and I have a lot to do now. They've given us a task to do like overnight, and we have to hand it in tomorrow morning, so I'm not sure how much reading I'm actually gonna get done tonight. I might get a chapter done, but yeah, this is gonna be taking up the majority of my night now. So yeah, that's fun. And then I've got a super busy day tomorrow as well, which is great. So I will update you guys if I have done any reading, but I doubt it because I have to kind of evidence that I've met all the teacher standards, and send that to my mentor for tomorrow morning. So yeah, I might not do a ton of reading tonight. Yeah, I will update you. Okay, so I just got to part 5. I'm gonna stop here for the night, but I am just loving it. The descriptions are just so vivid, and I just love like the imagery that V. Schwab is writing, because I don't know, I feel like really connected to Addie and Henry and their story, and I'm really nervous about how it's gonna turn out. I'm not gonna lie, like I am quite concerned. But yeah, I'm really loving it so far. Coherent thoughts coming to you at some point soon. I last updated you guys on Monday. It's now Friday. I have had an insanely busy week, so I haven't read anything since Monday. Yeah, it's been really hard because it's been one of those situations where I want to read to relax, but like most nights I've been on my computer from 8 until 8. So I've had like a full 12 hours in front of the computer. Some nights I was on even later, and it's really difficult to switch off. And then I was getting quite stressed, and I was finding that before bed I just couldn't do anything. So I've been trying to switch off a bit more, which you'd think would go with reading. But honestly, I just like haven't been in the right headspace to pick up the book. And it's not one that I particularly want to rush either, although saying that I probably will now. But yeah, so it's Friday. I'm gonna try and read today. I'm gonna try and do some reading. I'm gonna try and get some B-roll. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. But something really exciting just came in the post. So if you're not following me on Instagram, you should be. It's at careyberryreads. And so I just got an ARC, one of my most anticipated releases. If you haven't watched that video, you should go check it out. And that is The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner. So I am super excited for this. This is my first ever physical ARC, and yeah, it's just gorgeous. And I am so excited to get into it. That's going straight to the top of my February TBR. Because yeah, I've read 2 books so far this month, and Addie is my third, and then I think I want a book that I just don't have to concentrate on. I might do a reread of something, just to kind of get my mind off stuff. I'm hoping, well, the next week's going to be pretty busy for me, but the week after that should be a little lighter, because it'll be my final week in my first placement school. So I won't have any lesson plans to do for the next week, and then, well, I'll be writing my essay, a huge essay, so it won't be particularly light, but there'll be one less stress, which is all I'm aiming for at the moment. I'm just thinking like, get to the point where there's just one less stress and then you can do it. So I am really counting like the little wins at the moment and the little victories and all the little things that I can do to reduce my stress at the moment. So yeah, if you've got any tips, leave them in the comments. Yesterday I updated you saying that I hadn't read anything for 3 days and that I was gonna do some reading. So I lied. I didn't get any reading done yesterday. I just, at the moment, I'm really struggling to get into the right mental space to be able to read, which sounds quite strange because like I can read and reading would actually help me feel better, but at the moment I don't know what it is. I'm just really stressed about a lot of things, so it's just making me feel really down like all the time, which is, you know, great fun. But yeah, I am gonna pick up the book now and hopefully it'll cheer me up a bit, but I also think that I'm getting to a really sad part, so I'm not entirely sure how this is gonna go. Okay, so I've just got to part 6, and I'm really nervous, so I have no idea what's gonna happen. Oh, I should probably move. So like, I have no idea what's gonna happen, but Henry's being a bit weird. Like, he's kind of withdrawing a bit, or at least that's what it seems like to me, and I'm worried that he's not told Addie the whole truth. Like, I think his deal has an expiration date because like that part of the book has kind of focused on like her relationship, how it's going. It's focused on like the fact that her kind of deal didn't have a time limit, and then that other people's has, and that she's witnessed that. So yeah, I'm really nervous that Henry's does have a time limit and they're approaching it, and it's gonna go badly, and I don't know what to do. But yeah, I'm still really enjoying it. I really, yeah, there's a lot I like about it. I really love that. I think they're both bi as well. So both the main characters are bi, which is really good. I really like that. But yeah, I am incredibly nervous. I think I'm gonna put it down for a little bit now. Hopefully not for another 4 days. But yeah, I'm probably gonna do dinner in a bit, and then I think Jodie's hosting some live sprints, so I might go and check those out, because I think a few of my friends are on there, so that'll be nice. But yeah, it's all going well. And I'm nervous. I also don't know if I like Luck more than Henry, because like they both seem really good but in completely different ways, so I have no idea who I want her to end up with, if she does end up with anyone, or if she just kind of keeps doing her own thing. But yeah, I am nervous, very nervous. It'll be fun, and I want to know what's up with New Orleans. Like, she keeps mentioning New Orleans and like her and Luck having a thing there, and then like everything burning down, and I want to know. I want to know. I really love that you get all of these like pieces of art that Addie's influenced like throughout the book. I really like that. I think that like V. Schwab did that really well, because you kind of get to see all of the impact that she has had, even if like no one knows it. I just think, yeah, I think that's really beautiful. Okay, I knew it. I knew it. I knew Henry had made a deal, but only for a certain amount of time. It's really annoying me. But it totally makes sense that Luck would never let that happen again. But yeah, and now it's going more into like Addie and Luck's past, and yeah, I really like that. I think that they suit, and I know it's so bad, but like the chemistry is incredible. Yeah, yikes. I've got like 70 pages left and I'm terrified because I know it's gonna get really sad. But yeah, the sprints have started again, so I'm gonna go and join those now. Okay, so I didn't finish it last night. I had about 70 pages left, and I wanted to make sure that I could kind of pay attention to it properly, because I was realising that like on the sprints I'd read like about 50 pages, and I knew that I'd have to stop like around 20 pages from the end if I continued, so I wanted to make sure that I could actually read it all in one go, because I know that the last kind of bit is really sad, and I wanted to make sure that I like would be able to read it all, and not have to stop and like kind of stop feeling that emotion. But yeah, I am like literally like 70 odd pages away from the end, and I am terrified because I really love this book, so I don't want it to end, and I don't want it to end sadly. I only have one blue tab left as well, so hopefully there's only one more bit of writing that I really like, or I'm gonna have to start using another colour, which is slightly annoying. And I've also come prepared for the sadness because I have a mini eggs bar, and I am so excited about this. I did not realise that they did mini egg bars. I'm guessing they're new for this Easter, but I am very excited. Just look at that. This is gonna cure my sadness. But yeah, let's get into it. I really love the way that V. Schwab writes romance. I don't even know if you'd call it romance, but the way she writes, like, addie feeling, I just love. Like, it's odd, but this, so I'm on chapter 10 of part 6, and it's describing like the affair, well, not affair, but affair that Addie and Lark have, and the way she writes it is so good. Like, I don't know, it's just, it really kind of does something to my feelings. I really love it, and I'm really scared. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I've officially run out of blue tabs, so I've had to start pink tabbing bits that I like. But yeah, I am loving this. Ooh, we're getting to New Orleans. I'm so scared. Luck is such a dick, but I love the way he's written. It's so typical, but I just, like, the chemistry between him and Addie throughout the book is just incredible, and I just love the way it's written. I really do. I've got 40 pages left. Let's see how it goes. I knew it wasn't a coincidence. Okay, so I just finished Addie LaRue. I cried. I knew I was gonna cry, but yeah, I did cry. Yeah, I didn't even know what to say. It was really bad. Like, I think it ended perfectly. I think that was the best way for it to end. But I think the whole, like, those last, like, 40 odd pages were written so well. Like, they were genuinely incredible. I think it was the best ending that book could have had. And yeah, I am really excited for the potential for a sequel. I really hope it happens, because I think that would just be a chef's kiss. But yeah, that kind of threw me through the ringer a bit. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go back to that at some point and like properly, like, yeah, I want to reread it already, to be honest. But yeah, that last kind of bit was just so good and like special. Yeah, I am intrigued. I really want V. Schwab to do a sequel. I think that would be really fun. But at the same time, I'm not entirely sure, because I think it would be good, but at the same time there might not be that much potential for it. Like, I'm trying to think, like, I just don't think, I can't imagine a plot for it. Obviously, I don't write it, but you know what I mean, like, it, like, yeah, it'd be hard, but yeah, I really loved that. I thought that was incredible. Like, I could kind of see where it was going, but like, her writing still made it so emotional. So yeah, and yeah, I love Henry's character. I think what he did for Addie was just so good. And oh, I honestly don't even know what to say. The words are gone. I started crying. My boyfriend like just came and gave me a hug, and then he said something, and this was like at the point where like Addie had just told him that she made the deal and then like left, and then we got into the new part and I was just, I had to put it down so that I could cry a bit. And then my boyfriend gave me a hug and he was like, it's okay, I'm here, I stay. And I just started crying so much harder again, because like obviously Addie and Henry couldn't stay together, and he was like, oh no, I've said the wrong thing. I've said something that happens in the book or something like that, because he was like, he realised that he'd said something that corresponded to like emotions in the book. But oh, it was so funny. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. uh, yeah, I honestly don't know what to do with myself now, to be honest. Like, I don't know what to read now. I feel like I've kind of peaked already. It's my third book of the year. But yeah, I'm gonna tuck into that mini X bar. I've just joined Tasman's reading sprints, so gonna head on to that and find another book to read. But yeah, yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I know that I enjoyed the book. Let me know in the comments what you thought of it, because I've seen a few mixed reviews. Like, I know that some people didn't like it as much as they thought it would. Some people were really annoyed by the slow start. Some people wanted it to be less Eurocentric and kind of focus on more issues throughout like world history, which I do kind of get that criticism, because the only time like Addie isn't a bit self-centered is when like World War II happens and she kind of does some resistance work. But then at the same time, I'm not entirely sure how that would work, because no one would ever remember her, so surely they wouldn't remember the resistance work she was doing, like the secret she was telling them. I'm not sure, but yeah. So yeah, let me know what you thought of it in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and like the video. Yeah, I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye guys.